Don't record content like this, but I feel like this is necessary.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cypher PK has done another official response because recently him and his wife announced the fact that yes, they are getting a divorce, which led lots of people to theorize about why possibly they're getting a divorce, including the most popular one, which was that Cypher or his partner were actually cheating. This was only fueled by a specific part in Cypher PK's partner Daniela's post about this, where she said she wasn't expecting it, indicating that Cypher PK was the one to break off the relationship, with many theorizing that she actually cheated on him and that he put a stop to the relationship. This got so bad that Cypher PK had to address it over on his story, saying, "I've seen a lot of rumors and lies being posted on social media. No one cheated. I have nothing but respect for Daniela and everything she's done for me. It was a difficult decision that I made. We're choosing to maintain some level of privacy as we plan the next chapter of our separate lives. Don't believe AI and fake stories." People were also criticizing Cypher PK as he was the one that made this public in the first place and he's asking for privacy here. But of course, this post clearly didn't do anything as Cypher PK has had to respond in a 4-minute long video. So let's take a look and see what he said.
I don't record content like this, but I feel like this is necessary. Recently, I announced that Daniela and I have split up. We were together for 10 years, and this was a huge surprise for a lot of people. For the most part, we have kept our personal lives private, so when we made our statements, we didn't really give too many details because we don't need to share every single thing with the public, but we felt it was necessary to let you guys know, as a lot of you guys have followed us throughout the years and know our story. But as a result of not sharing every single detail, a lot of people started jumping to conclusions, and there was a lot of fake stories being spread.
When it comes to online relationships, people are always going to theorize and people are always going to jump to conclusions, especially ones like cheating. Even if Cypher PK and Daniela didn't come out and make posts about the situation, people would be theorizing that they've split up or got a divorce when they don't see each other in each other's posts anymore or see each other publicly around. So yeah, regardless of how Cypher PK handled this, even if he clarified in his post that, nobody cheated, people would go, well, that's a bit weird that you've clarified that. There was no way forward where people wouldn't be theorizing and talking about this publicly.
So one in particular has been extremely hurtful to the situation, and there was this crazy story that apparently we were at some concert and some lady went up on stage and kissed a band member. I've seen that story. That is not us. It's not even the same name.
I mean, to no one's surprise, Cypher PK has said that the rumors that are going around that Daniela cheated on him and went up on stage and kissed a band member are false. I just think it's crazy that people care about another man's relationship to this extent. People get so parasocial and weird about relationships, and especially when there is an announcement about them. Why are people theorizing about this? Why do you care? Even if somebody in this relationship has cheated, it's not your relationship. There is literally no reason to care. Especially in a situation like this, where people are trying to dig into a situation where both people come out and basically said the exact same thing. There's no reason to dig or get involved here. It's actually insane that this got so big, Cypher PK had to make a 4-minute long response.
It's not the same person. It's a completely fabricated story that got applied to us and people just ran with it. It was very upsetting for a lot of reasons. Daniela has been nothing but loyal to me throughout our relationship. We've worked together on Oni Studios, on the Cypher PK brand, and while I am not willing to share the reasons why I decided to end things, and that is an important piece of information, it was my decision. I want you guys to know that I have nothing but respect for her.
Ultimately, who cares if Cypher PK was the one here to break up the relationship? At the end of the day, he can do that if that was his prerogative and he felt like he needed to end that relationship for whatever reason. That is his right to do so. It's his relationship. People really should be questioning him about that in the first place, especially when, again, Daniela and him have both made public statements and are trying to deal with the situation that doesn't involve you, the audience member. This isn't some big scandal, big accusation. This is simply just their life and their relationship.
And wish her the best. I've seen a lot of comments on her Instagram, on her social media, on TikTok, of people attacking her, and it's very upsetting because it was a very hard decision to make, and then to see her get framed and attacked in this way for a decision that I made, it makes me feel even worse.
I mean, unfortunately, you are never going to be able to control what people are saying publicly about something like this. Even if it is weird and parasocial and people have no reason to get involved, people are going to say things if you make something public, because that is the downside of having to publicly announce a relationship thing like this.
So I'm asking you guys, I know it's kind of rare for the internet to listen, but I'm asking you guys, like, to spread the word on my behalf at the very least. If you see people spreading these fake stories about us, make it clear that that is not true. Guys, the story wasn't even like AI. It was a completely different person, and so many people fell for it. A lot of you guys out there are gonna get scammed when you're older because AI is only getting better and you're falling for very obviously fake things.
Well, that's a nice sentiment or whatever. I don't necessarily think people have actually seen that clip that he's talking about. I think a lot of people have just heard by word of mouth that, you know, Cypher PK or Daniela have cheated. There was a cheating situation that's gone on in this relationship, and that's why they're getting a divorce, and that's why people are talking about it. Not necessarily that this clip's going around and going viral.
Another thing I want to talk about is some of you out there, especially the younger guys, a lot of you are hurt by this separation. You feel like true love isn't out there for you.
I'm sorry, bro. Give me a fucking break. But yes, there's been lots of people to see SypherPK's announcement and say that they don't believe in true love anymore, and that this has really hurt them, and they are really saddened by this news. And ultimately, these are weirdo freaks who are so incredibly parasocial that they get upset at somebody else's relationship falling apart, and that makes them think that, you know, true love isn't out there. And unfortunately, SypherPK is responding to these incredibly parasocial weirdos. He's actively feeding into that.
You feel like you'll never find the right person. I'm seeing this sentiment shared a lot. And I want to tell you guys one thing. And this is me being a big brother. This is me being, I don't know, some of you are probably my age or older that might be watching, but you need to stop being a victim. You need to stop thinking that you won't find true love, that you won't succeed in your endeavor.
No, I think what some people need to stop doing is being so incredibly parasocial with content creators' relationships that they have no idea. They don't know these content creators, but at the end of the day, they're making posts saying that they are saddened by this, that this has made them angry or whatever. People need to get a life and stop caring about content creators' relationships like that and making it your problem.
That everything is just going to fall apart and there's no hope. I need you to understand that when you think these things, that is literally what your life will be, because you are literally putting it in your brain, and your subconscious will make you take action to see it come to life. So my advice to you, stop thinking like a victim. Stop thinking that you won't find true love. If you think positively, if you actually think that it is out there for you, that you are worthy of it, you will find it.
Now, let me give you a bit of advice. If you're somebody that is sitting there and is genuinely upset, genuinely thinks that they can't find love anymore because Cypher PK, your favorite Fortnite content creator, split up from his wife, you are not going to get a partner because you are a sad little weirdo.
So, again, I don't want to ramble, but guys, stop falling for BS. Stop falling for fake news. Please be kind. Be kind to Daniela, be kind to me in this time. I plan to return to content creation soon. A lot of the videos that you guys are seeing going up have already been recorded ahead of time, but me and her have been separated for quite a few months now. It's just new to you guys because we felt like it was necessary to share it now. But for us, it has been something we've been dealing with pretty much for this entire year. So please respect some of the privacy that we want to maintain and stop spreading fake stories. And yeah, that's all I got. Thank you guys.
The only thing I have to say is, whilst SypherPK has done a response here, I do ultimately think this has just fueled people's rumour mill even further, you know, made people talk about the situation even more. If you come into the comments of this video, people aren't taking this seriously, people are actively trolling, actively mocking the situation like they were before. This has done nothing but blow it up to a whole new audience that possibly hadn't even seen that. I mean, look, dare I say that you spending 4 minutes saying that, you know, she didn't cheat, but you had to split up with her for a certain reason, and then talking about your parasocial audience that are getting upset about it has probably fueled the fire even more and was pretty unnecessary after you originally addressed it anyways. Well, ultimately, SypherPK and Daniela can do what they like here. It is their relationship, they can respond and whatever, talk about the situation, how they see fit, and that's what they're doing on their stories and in comments. But ultimately, I just think doing a video like this just fuels people even further and doesn't actually fix the solution. When you tell people on the internet, can you stop doing something, usually people do the complete opposite. I'd love to know what you, the viewer, has to say about this. Please feel free to comment down below your thoughts, and once you're done there, you might still subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future Slot Mule content. But I've been your host Samuel, you've been watching the Slot Mule channel, and I will catch you in the next YouTube video. Goodbye.